Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see here on Watchbox Reviews. Email me at tmosso@thewatchbox.com. And today we're discussing the FP Journe Chronometre Optimum Boutique Special Edition, a timepiece available in this form with black dial and rose gold case only out of FP Journe Boutique and Espace. It is a scarce piece. Before we even discuss the style and the model, the style is the option case, 42 millimeters, making it bold in gold, red gold that is, and as you can see, the timepiece measuring 10.1 millimeters thick and from lug to lug 51.8 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw it on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist and get a sense of how it wears. It's broad and flat, and more so, or at least I perceive it to be more so, than the standard 40 millimeter version. The post-2015 42mm case gives the watch an impressive span across the wrist. It appears less petite than a traditional FP Journe timepiece, while remaining just as slender to slide underneath the cuff. The strap, as you can see, is high-grade alligator leather and alligator leather on both sides. Large rectangular scale on the top, actually that's medium rectangular scale, my mistake, with a folded edge, a monotone stitch, and as you can see underneath with the monotone stitch, small round scale. So this small scale is used on the underside instead of calfskin, simply to make the strap wear longer. It does feature pull tab spring bars, the double gator, meaning this could be a 5-year strap. When the time comes, you pull those little tabs and you remove the strap from the case without need of a tool. The FP Journe simple pin buckle with a media blasted and recessed letters and high polish elsewhere. The case, likewise, all of high polish with integrated lugs, nicely down-turned, with a handsome compound curve wrapping down and around with almost a concave profile like a mirror, and you can see that it continues into the case Calatrava style, all of one profile, lug and mid case. The mid case defined by the lip of the case back and the bezel, all of high polish. The bezel is domed in profile, and as we rotate around to the crown side, you can see the traditional knurled double dimple style FP Journe crown. Now, it is the boutique edition, so you get the black dial with the red gold case, and it's dramatic. You also get this red gold style gilt printing for the characters on the dial. There is a power reserve indicator, and the power reserve for this watch is 70 hours, but for approximately 42 to 45 hours, it will maintain constant amplitude because of the remontoir d'égalité. Now, as you can see, the watch is on its last legs because I want to demonstrate something. You can see black polished bezel around the time-telling organs of the watch, blued hands at center, silver base for the hours, minutes, and seconds, and then you can see there is a window into the remontoir with a black polished remontoir cock on the top. Turn it all over and you can see what I'm describing. There is a second Deadbeat Seconds display on the reverse side that is indexed by this linear spring that is the remontoir. Now, once you let the watch run down to about 12 hours of reserve remaining, it goes into scrolling seconds mode front and back to keep the system running. It disables the remontoir. But once you start winding it again, the Deadbeat Second system jumps to life as the remontoir begins providing 1-second impulses from the twin mainspring barrels to the escapement. And since the barrels never directly drive the escapement, the remontoir, always releasing the same amount of energy, ensures that the amplitude remains constant for over 40 hours, and that is the miracle of this watch. You'll also note that the watch features true deadbeat on the back and scrolling on the front, so 2 seconds display. As you can see now, it is jumping in 1-second bursts. The movement, caliber 1510, was part of the launch of this watch in 2012, but you can tell that the 10 reveals work started in 2010. It's a large red gold movement with the bridges and plates of 18 karat. This is the most accurate mechanical watch FP Journe knows how to make. Let us count the features of this 44 jewel chronometer style caliber. Not COSC certified, FP Journe insists it goes beyond the COSC. So, twin mainspring barrels, better to even out torque release, providing that 70-hour power reserve. Theoretically, there is the remontoir d'égalité that breaks the power transmission from the barrels to the escapement. It has to go through the linear spring. That's where the deadbeat system exists, providing 1-second bursts of power to a double direct impulse escapement system inspired by Breguet's natural escapement. Titanium components, unlubricated. You can see double direct impulse with the 2 titanium double direct impulse wheels that impulse the balance only in its direction of travel. It is also adjusted in 6 positions, one more than the chronometer standard. There is an overcoil hairspring to help the movement beat concentrically, or the hairspring I should say. beat concentrically in any orientation with respect to gravity, and then finally there is a free-sprung index to better allow the 6-position adjustment to take hold and retain its purchase even in the face of bumps and concussions on the wrist. All of this in a 30 meters water-resistant case. Now let's take a look at some of the finish. As you can see, there is black polish atop the balance, and you'll appreciate that that's stud holder. Black polished on its top, features black polished screws. All of the screws are black polished. You'll also note that the bridge atop the double direct impulse wheels is black polished. There's engine turned perlage, both small and large, on the base plate. Côte de Genève stripes across the bridges. You can see there is a shiny mirrored anglage on the edge of every bridge, and the timepiece is lavishly decorated on what might be the richest material ever used in a series production watch, that lustrous red gold. Email tmosso at thewatchbox.com to own this uncommonly accurate and uncommon FP Journe. I will reveal that the Chronometre Optimum is my grail watch from Journe. If it's yours, tmosso at thewatchbox.com.